Hello y'all, I hope all is well. Hope everyone had a wonderful week, and all of those people that had the midwinter vacation with their kids and whatnot, I hope everybody's enjoying the freshness of getting back to work and back to life. So in this week's Parsha, it's the second Parsha in the book of Exodus, and the Torah starts telling us about what's famously known as the 10 plagues, the 10 makot, which in English is the 10 plagues. And what happens in a nutshell is that God tells Moses and Aaron together, they go and they keep on telling Pharaoh, you got to let the Jewish people leave. If not, we are going to bring this plague and that plague. And God is running the world, God is involved. And Pharaoh says, who's this God? I don't know who this God is. And making a longer story short, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 plagues. The 10th plague was the finale, known as the Makat Bechorot, the death of the firstborns. And then the Jewish people were let to leave. Pharaoh finally allowed them to leave, told them to run out actually, and leave as fast as they can. And then the Jewish people got to what's known as the splitting of the Red Sea, Kriyat Yam Suf. And they needed to go into the water. They were afraid because the Egyptians were behind them. There was the water in front of them. And someone by the name of Nachshon ben Aminadav went first into the water because he believed wholeheartedly, more than everyone else, that God will save him and take care of him. And the water got neck high or nose high on him, and then the sea split. And people refer to, in a sort of just an interesting phrase, when somebody jumps in a brave way, they call him the Nachshon, because in our Torah story, the Nachshon ben Aminadav was the first one to jump into the Red Sea, and then it split. And I was thinking about today, a good topic to talk about. I like talking about struggles that we have in life and how the Torah shows us to overcome them, and how the Torah's stories are not there as just a basic novel story. I think that as a novelist, God might not be the best novelist in the world, but as God in a biblical story, He's showing us ways how to live our life. And the way I saw that in this week's Parsha, and the aforementioned story, is that in our life we go through different challenges, different plagues, quote unquote, and we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, sometimes unfortunately people have even 10 of them. But each plague, what happened was, and that's sort of the challenge, the struggle that's hitting us in life, we kept on being told that God is taking care of us, God is there, God is going to get you out of it. And we sometimes act like Pharaoh acted, where we just held off, pushed back, and said, no, we don't believe, who's this God, we don't know who He is. We're not connecting to Him and getting closer to Him, which ultimately will allow us to leave our challenges, to break away from them. So we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and then we get to the water, then we get to the splitting of the sea. And Nachshon, who's the first one who believed wholeheartedly that God is going to save him, and the parallel for us would be connecting to God and doing His mitzvot. When we believe that, when we become the Nachshon in that, when we jump in and we just start doing whatever it is that we possibly can do, whether it's putting on tefillin once a week, whether it's keeping a part of Shabbat, anything that we can do more to add in, then we're going to be, so to speak, the people able to be riding the waves. We're going to be the one to be the Nachshon, to jump in and then ultimately get through the sea. We're going to get through the waves. We're going to get to the other side of the sea, which is what God did for us by splitting the Red Sea for us and then bringing us to Matan Torah, to accepting the Torah and becoming what's known now as the great, amazing Jewish people. Hope you all have a wonderful Shabbat, and the message has meaning for everyone. Enjoy, and looking forward to seeing you next week.